Greetings, you loyal warmongering citizens, and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles with me, Lathrex, and of course, welcome to a video I promised a very long time ago, then simply forgot about. Today, we're going to be doing a full playthrough of the game, going all the way to making our perfect little kingdom in maximum difficulty, but this time we're going to be focusing far more on the warfare aspect. We're also going to be spawning in 3 of the maximum difficulty AIs. These AIs get a lot of cheats, and probably will try and kill us almost immediately, and our only win condition here is to either completely obliterate all 3 of them, making ourselves kingdoms and castles, or make them our bestest friends via warfare. We can basically make them stand down and start paying us, essentially vassalizing the other states. One of the 2 has to happen, otherwise I'm not going to be calling this full playthrough. I have never played with the maximum difficulty AI once before, so this is going to be a very fun experience. All the while, we will be in survival mode, which means we're going to have endless threats, loads of raids, limited resources, the keep can be destroyed, dragons and Vikings abound. We're going to go classic today. We are, of course, Lathland, and our banner is the sideways black hole from Stellaris, which also looks like Magic the Gathering, so all of the nerd things in one. Our kingdoms, we're going to have very high, and very high, there we go. I'll be randomizing which of the AI positions and everything else, though I do get to choose my own, I guess. And that means the map straight away is actually a map we can use, so what a weird map. I want to make sure the AI actually has all the resources it needs, so at least 1 stone, at least 1 iron. Is that iron? Okay, this one has iron and stone. This one has at least 1 stone, no, multiple stone, a single iron, and a witch hut. This one, stone, iron. Okay, so it looks like all of them are pretty viable. I'm going to go on the edge then. I'm going to go on this area here. Which you really wanted me to anyway. So I guess I'll just spawn myself in over here, kind of in the middle. I kind of wanted to go on the sideline here, but I need to be near the stone and we need to rush everything. So let's see how much I forgot in the last few months of not playing this lovely little game. As always, our glorious empire begins as a simple, quiet hamlet of me and 5 random peasants. So the first things first, like always, we just need to build up some housing, because right now everyone's going to be homeless. So let's cut down some trees towards the stone reserves over there, cut a little bit over here, so we get some closer timber as well, and then how are we going to do the starter food? Now, I've been looking at the island a little bit, and I've noticed something kind of annoying. We don't really have very much very fertile land, and the only very fertile land we do have is right next to the water, which means it's going to flood every time it rains. Essentially, regular farms, the closer to a water source you are, the more likely they are to flood, but orchards don't have that problem. The issue is orchards take a while to get going, because growing trees from scratch, it turns out, isn't the fastest process. So what I'm thinking is we quickly throw down a few farms here as a temporary thing, then we start moving over here. Because what I want this time is, rather than have one giant homogeneous blob of everything like I always end up with, I would like things to look distinct, purposeful, like someone made it with an actual brain. So I want districts, I want areas which look different from other areas, and it's already snowing. Is it already winter? But yeah, you get the point. So I really want, for instance, the housing to be all the way over here, even though right now it'd be more efficient to just have a blob of stuff. Is that silly in this difficulty? Yes. Do I care? No. If we lose, we're going to lose beautifully. Maybe it's a little bit played out, but this kind of art style, the cube world kind of style, things like Stonehearth in this game and everything else, I just really love it. The simplicity of it just hits the right part of my brain to make everything look pleasant. And sometimes you need just pleasant. Now, it's currently year 3. We'll have enough food this year. In fact, we'll have way too much food this year, which is fantastic. And then what we need to do is really just keep on getting more people and then rush some stone. The reason is I want to move from hovels to cottages and manors as soon as possible. Hovels are terrible. Not only are they the least efficient in terms of per tile peasants, but also they require more heads of household per peasant and are more likely to be set on fire and spread fire, and I believe they even spread the plague easier. Though don't quote me on that last one, I know they definitely burn a lot faster, so overall, we at least want cottages. Manors, probably a little bit more in the future. And of course with stone, we can also then start taxing our people and then become a true government. Okay, year 5. We have all of our farms going strong. We are gaining food despite having more people and more houses. We are a small village of 25 people now. And we have our first... Oh no, both of our orchards are up. So in a couple of years, they'll start providing some fruit, which will increase our health because we have more food variety. As the old saying always used to go, an apple a day keeps the screaming away. You know, I've just learned something. I thought I could use the dragon to find out where the other empires are, and I didn't need to. But just going over to the island, you can see in the bottom left, we have opinions, whereas empty islands don't. So I don't know who's there, but there's definitely one on the Long Empire to the very north, there's one in the center, and there's one over there. So they're all pretty good, honestly. This one's very stone heavy, this one's iron heavy, and this one's food heavy. It's all very distinct. We're kind of similar to the island right next to us. We're stone heavy, and that's about it. Only a single iron reserve and mediocre food reserves. Well, I don't really know. It's a weird empire. There's loads of regular fertile, but the lack of very fertile means you're never going to be as efficient. I want to be efficient for once. And look, we're making stone. Look at us quarrying away. When I was young, I played a game constantly called Stronghold Crusader, the original Stronghold Crusader and the original Stronghold, and I used to just watch the people do their jobs for hours because it was a simpler time, and that was just breathtaking for me. I was also very easily impressed, to be completely honest. Okay, forest is going down. We have a single stockpile over there. We'll make another stockpile just here, because why not? Then we can start making some charcoal to make our people happier. We're putting down the first well. Just a little bit too late, apparently. Oh, that house is going down. Look how far the water is. Look, guys, I knew I needed the well. I wasn't dumb. I swear for once I wasn't dumb, but I'm being punished anyway. I think we're just about getting away with not being attacked by these wolves. Just about. So, soon... I'll pause these when I put them down. I'll put a wooden tower down here with an archer tower. I'll put one here as well. And then one here. The mana can defend this section. That'll be the Viking defense for now before we can make some proper walls around everything. So yeah, for now, pause these. I can't even make the archer tower until I have gold. So I need my stoneworkers to just keep doing their work. Our quarrymen. The treasure room! Oh, it immediately upgrades the keep. I think that's just visual, though. I don't think the keep becomes more powerful in any way, but you know what? Sometimes pretty things are the important things. Which is why I'm never the important thing. I am not going to be able to get these arch towers ready before the first Viking attack. It's just not going to happen. I'm actually really curious with how Vikings work when there's multiple empires. I don't remember from the last time I did this, and I certainly wasn't in the highest difficulty. If an empire doesn't kill the Vikings, so some of them get away, do they then attack the other empires, or do they just run off with the loot? I don't know the mechanics there. Yay, my first cottage is made, and it's facing the wrong way! But this one isn't. How did the autoplace do that? That's going to annoy everyone, but don't worry, it's going to annoy me more. I'm just going to call this cottage Mimi. That's the best insult I could think of, which wasn't a swear word. Oh, just a little bit too late, so it really depends where they go for, honestly. If they just try and go for the manor, they'll probably just be obliterated, but if they just try and burn down, like, the quarries and everything, they're gonna have a fun time doing that, and then probably steal some of our population in the process. I never get the archer towers ready before the first wave. I don't think I've done it once. Maybe I've done it once when I've really rushed stone and not really focused on population growth. But then I always feel like I'm behind on everything else. Okay, good. Food's still increasing. With the stone as well, what we can make soon is a produce. In fact, I'll start putting it down now. So, we need a granary and a produce storage. I have put these roads in the wrong place. But I wanted them to be 3 by 3, and that's quite a nice area, so I guess I'm just sacrificing some fertile land here, but I'm still going to do it anyway, so there we go. And then the granary can go there. That way they don't have to run as far, especially when these are our farms. Oh, actually, I could have 4 sets of farms here, couldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, there's a very annoying barren tile there. I'll probably be changing this, is what I'm saying. Okay, they're going quite an annoying way. It depends on what they do. Will they try and burn down the orchards? I'm hoping not. They'll probably attack the wooden wall. They'll probably throw a torch on that. No, they're going right past the manor. They didn't stop at the treasure house? What was with that one cottage? What did it do to you? It's not even meany. Remember when I was talking about how the mechanics worked? Yeah, these are the Vikings from all of the other empires and they're all attacking me at once. They chose me last, aren't they kind? And because I killed my Vikings, I didn't send them to the others. Well, we're definitely going to lose at least a house. Please don't lose a cottage. That's stone as well. Wow, that's so much worse than in single player. In single player, that would have just been the single Viking. Well, Viking group. Okay, well, the cottage is about to go up, so the homeless people will have a new home very quickly. Our peasants want a church or library. Okay, well, it depends how much gold or stone I'll have. I'll make one of the other, doesn't really matter which. Yep, got our first archer tower up. For now, I'll pause it. In fact, I'll turn off all archer jobs for the time being. So the archers are weird. Because whilst the archers are employed, they will become... Where are they? Are they absolutely blind? They are just called archers, right? Job priority. Archers, there it is. Wow, I am blind. I had to look back to the footage. No, it's the jobs that were wrong. They just weren't there yet. So, yeah, the archers are a weird job. The longer the soldiers are employed as archers, the more skillful they get, and thus the more damage they do. And then they lose that skill when they're unemployed. The problem is, whilst they're employed, they cost a salary of gold. Which, oh, how did someone die? That's actually really bad for multiple reasons. Obviously, we don't want any of our people to die, but also it means I need to build a cemetery caretaker already. Where am I going to put the church? So the tavern's there. I'll probably be putting the church here then, so it covers all of our people. I don't think the cemetery has a negative to happiness or anything like that, so... Weirdly, I think I'll put it like this. Yeah, I'll put it like that, then the church can go there, then the cemetery can wrap around it so it becomes the whole block there. Then later on we can have the library or something else interesting on this corner. Then we build the wall, which will be our main wall. I kind of want like this to be the main keep, then separate it into 3. One housing district, one more expensive housing district, and then all the really expensive buildings like the Chamber of War and everything else at the keep. Speaking of which, there's no way we're getting that Chamber of War in time before the dragon attack. How expensive is it? It is 50 stone, 50 gold. No, let's just focus on making sure I have all the archer towers up, so the next time the Vikings come, I can actually avoid deaths. Everything else, though, is looking good. Just need to continue to build houses, which means more gold and everything else available to us, and we can even put down some more quarries soon, which would be nice. Don't like it in that position. This is a weird position for this tower, honestly. It's kind of getting in the way, but for now, I'll put that there. Get rid of the wolves. Okay, the first chapel is down. This is all going to be cemetery soon. We have the tavern. I'll be moving this arch tower soon as well to the walls itself. This is defending there. This is defending there. It probably won't be able to hold them off completely, so if they do try and destroy something, they probably will. But it will also kill them in the process. They can't keep on doing stuff. At least that's my thought process. Obviously, we still don't have the Chamber of War. That's the next thing we're going to get. Oh, and also now we have some charcoal makers to make our people a little bit happier. If they have charcoal, they don't freeze. Which turns out, frozen peasants not the most efficient. So I'm going to do this then. Probably just keep the shape and then split it inside. Yeah, now I realise I'm kind of making it like a cell. A cell as in bacteria, not a cell as in a prison. Maybe both. Maybe both. Hello, friends! Oh, this wall's really out there. Please don't try and burn down this wall. That would just be annoying. More so than anything. Okay, probably going after the treasure, I imagine. Yep, and will they get away with it? I thought the keep would be stronger than it was. We are now poor. I mean, that was just mean. That served no purpose other than just to be mean. Vikings are not nice people. The first diplomat is here. Hello, Queen Dita. We have a message from our ruler. Greetings, we're happy to meet another kingdom out there. Indeed, we have much to talk about. Yes, we look forward to working with you. Okay, so this is the friendly leader. I remember the other two is a warmongering woman and a really hapless king who I really didn't like because he kept on bothering me and asking for things. And I'm not that nice. Okay, so... I mean, that would be equal. Yeah, sure. I don't like that, though. I like where everything else is, so sure, let's have it 1 over. That's fine. Then we can build that wall in. Lovely. And then for now, we'll put an archer tower on this corner. This one covers that. So, any blind spots? Maybe like a 1 blind spot there? It's hard to tell. Then over here, we'll start building up this corner because that's where this arch tower is going to be moved to. Though we don't really need to do that just yet because this one covers pretty much everything except for attacks via the sea. So, yeah, I think we're alright versus Vikings for now. So next then, we really, really need to get that Chamber of War because we need to start putting ballista up in the center of the keep as soon as possible. When the dragons start actually attacking, which I think is the next wave, they're going to do so much damage. Am I making too much charcoal? Because our wood reserves are not going up anywhere near as fast as I would like. Do we need 50 gold, was it? Yeah, okay. How are you starving? There's food right... Oh, yeah, I need to build a market, don't I? This is a bit of a mess. I'll be redoing it later, but at least it looks natural. And the town square, I think, actually acts as a road. That's why I just put it there. Lots of extra happiness for our people. Ooh, which means more taxes. Lovely. This stuff isn't free, guys. Okay, the dock is built, the first arch tower over there is now done, and we just now have enough money to build the Chamber of War. Now, here's where we could be a little bit cheesy, to be honest, and I'm tempted to do so. I think I'll put it here, that'll be nice. So, I've started the construction of the Chamber of War. You don't actually have to finish it in order to now start building things like the ballista. So what I might do is rush my first ballista tower before actually having the Chamber of War active. It's cheesy, but I really don't want a max difficulty dragon attacking our place. So what I'm thinking is, we should probably build the defense tower as close to the center as possible. So I'm thinking here and attach it to the inner wall. I'll build it 1 high, then I'll put down the ballista and get it to be finished. Then you can keep adding walls and it'll just push up the ballista as you build those next wall segments. Allows me to have the ballista tower operational as fast as possible. Come on, more gold, please. How are we doing for beds? Okay, yeah, we still have 139 and we only have 120 used. Fantastic. Good. Now I'll build some more cottages. Okay. Perfectly seasoned. Pork is my favourite, and the favourite of my people. Sounds yummy. Indeed, it is so delicious. What is the favourite food of your kingdom? We're just going to copy you and say pork. And is that going to be it? You just wanted to say you like a certain food, then you left? Why do I have suddenly so many homeless people? Oh, I know what happened. So, what happened there is the Vikings went past here and grabbed some people before they were destroyed, which then takes them out of our population pool. Then, we got some new people visiting and finding houses, which then took their places, and then once we rescued them, they came back and now suddenly there's no homes for them. It's a really weird thing. It happens once in a while. I remember it happening a lot in a previous run, and it took me ages to realise what was actually going on. Now, I guess I'll build a new hovel. Sorry, a new cottage. That's fine. We have 1 ballista tower currently ready, 1 being built. Is that going to be enough to damage them enough to run away? You don't need to kill a dragon to get them to go away. Just damage them a certain amount, then they'll kind of just fly off. What amount is that? I have no idea. It's just a percentage. Oh, I thought that ballista was ready. Whoops. We definitely need more people. I don't know who it was, but one of the other empires killed the dragon before it even reached us. Does that mean they have ballistas or just a lot of archer towers? I don't know. Who needs archers when you also have a siege workshop? Okay, so is that a bit of a waste of stone? Yeah, I guess I really should start building the next housing area first. We already have defenses, but I would love the siege stuff as soon as possible. Yeah, we need more people, because right now I can't even fully staff this to actually train some of our people, and we also need more armaments. which we can make ourselves using iron, or I can just keep buying from the merchant. Either way, more people probably required. And now we are starting to get enough resources so I can start putting down manors and everything else, so expensive area time. And even things like stone roads, just a lot of things we can do. The aqueducts, because our food has started to go down a little bit each year. Oh, hello, finally, the last ruler, the king. Ah, you're from a neighbouring kingdom, a peaceful kingdom, we hope. Sure. In past playthroughs, I've really disliked you, so you're going to be the one I go after first. You also have the best food production potential. And I do need food. Oh, I didn't even see us kill the Vikings. Whoops. Well, whilst everyone's happy about that, let's increase the tax rate to bolster our defense. Putting down the manors now. So yeah, I want an exit there, so we can get access to the iron reserves. Of course, eventually all this will be stone. For now, wood is just good enough. How big is this section? Let's try and make it actually equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the 9th one is where I build the wall. Cool. I'm building a moat here, and I'm hoping this works, and I can't remember if it does or doesn't, but I really want to build our water wheel, but I don't really want to build it over here, because I also need to build the bathhouse soon, which will go over here for the manors. I'm probably going to extend the housing area a little bit somewhere, maybe over here, so it encompasses the farm in a kind of defensive position. But either way, this is the expensive housing area of all the manors, which has the most people per tile. I want the bathhouse here, if it's going to be anywhere. But also, I need the aqueducts and everything else for the reservoirs to increase our food production more efficiently. So, can I put this in the moat? Does that not count? I didn't think it would. I was hoping it would. I'm sure at one point I've done that and it did count, but maybe I'm misremembering things, or maybe they've changed it. I genuinely can't tell. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, actually, is it 3 or is it 2? It might not be a big enough moat. Well, I'm going to find out anyway, and if not, we get a nice little pool. Speaking of nice things, I also want to make some gardens over here as well, make it just look nice. Ooh, the theatre. Theatre and the bathhouse over here, that's so much bonus stuff. Maybe I should encompass this area then for the next housing area, or just over here and just... I guess I could just extend the keep and make it one giant line in the middle with all the extensions outwards. It'd be interesting if nothing else. Brilliant. Fantastic. Then the aqueduct sections can actually go through walls, can't they? Yes, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I can move this down, reservoir here, move this up, bathhouse there. And I probably want to do that as soon as possible. Our food is still going down slightly. I also need to build... Where are you? Windmills. Oh, the Vikings have trolls now. Thank... I was going to say thank me that we have the ballistas up, but apparently not enough of them to stop them. Turns out one high wooden wall's not particularly good at protecting us ogres. Still good enough, though. We didn't lose anything major. Just a little bit of walling. Okay, time to sell some charcoal. Good, because I was getting low on gold. We need some more treasure houses. Fine. And I'd also like to buy some stone. You don't have any stone. In that case, I'll buy some fish to make our people happier. Happier and healthier. Yeah, don't have enough wheat at the moment. But our aqueduct is almost finished. Once that's done, that will irrigate all the soil here, which increases the output of our farms. Then over winter, I'll destroy these 2 centre farms, turn them into windmills, and then after that, I guess, just time to extend the farms over here. Yeah. I like our little empire at the moment. Even if it is very much on fire, despite having 2 wells there. No one wanting to stop the... Oh, the well is there and it has to run all the way around. I thought I built another well here. I didn't get around to it. Well, in that case, that's completely on me. Could you send some troops to help? No. Sorry about that. I think that also requires like a defense pact thing, which I am not comfortable signing. So far, no one's attacked us or even tried, and I'm thinking it's because we're on max difficulty with the Vikings, they're probably doing some damage to everyone. I know the AI doesn't love stone walls early on, so I feel like maybe the ogres / trolls, whatever they actually are doing some proper harm. There we go, plus irrigation, the orchards get +4, each of the farms get +1. And soon we'll have the windmills up and that'll help as well. We are about to run out of food, thankfully all the houses have, all the houses have loads of food, so it's fine. And the next merchant that comes by will just buy loads as well. So that's good. Now, they'll need the bathhouse soon. I'll start asking for it. I think at 300 population or something similar to that. So I guess just putting it down now is probably for the best. Maybe put it there, then add some gardens around it. That'd look nice. Could put it closer. Thing is though, I could just put it here and that makes it way cheaper because of the aqueduct. Yeah, it would be silly to make this more expensive. It's already an incredibly expensive building, but then adding extra aqueducts makes the price skyrocket. Each aqueduct section is 15 gold and 40 stone. Like, that's enough to do some proper walling or like another ballista, just loads per piece. The windmill's down, so is the reservoir, so this farm here is giving 10 per year per tile, which is fantastic. +1 from irrigation, +3 from the windmill, +1 from a masterful worker. Well done, Peter. Everyone give a round of applause to Peter in the comments below, because Peter is our gold star pupil today. Oh, almost. We just built up the wall 1 higher. Yeah, wooden wall is so weak. Still, it was enough to prevent the ogre getting inside. Is it an ogre or a troll? Someone tell me. The bathhouse is now active. Look, nude squares. Okay, all good. Oh, annoying, these boats. Well, on the upside, because the island isn't particularly big, we should be able to constantly attack the water, even from the center section here. So as we add more ballista, we can start knocking out those boats. We're not doing one of the 1,000-day challenges or something where we end up with like 100 boats at a time, so we should be okay with that. And look, I'm building a little garden, some more manors, and then this will be the connecting piece to the next area. Though, now I've started that, I'm thinking, don't I want the theatre somewhere? And that could fit here really nicely. Oh, that's nice. The theatre and the bathhouse, then the gardens in between. That's gorgeous. So that wouldn't be able to fit there, am I right? I am right. Well, sorry, madam. I'm not going to be building the theatre just yet, but we don't need that, so let's put down the random cottage instead. Yeah, that'll be really nice. It'll be a bit slow, but that's fine, and then we build the next gate there. Okay, cool. Oh, another ogre, so clearly an ogre survived. Yeah, I don't get the exact mechanics with the Vikings circling around others and then attacking us, but it does seem way more staggered than usual. I feel like we're doing okay, honestly. Year 43, we already have all this. Yeah, I've done better. Definitely done better, but I've certainly done a lot worse. The Vikings have caused some damage. Blah, 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 no. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I am going to start being a nuisance very soon. Once I have enough armaments to arm 3 groups of soldiers, I am sending them against the king. Because I think the king is having a really rough time with the Vikings. I watched all the boats and everything else, and I think they're mostly surviving from his island. Now, we haven't been attacked by... Oh no, look, green's on the way, just as I say that. But anyway, green is doing a great job defending from the Vikings by the looks of things, and I have a feeling, like, because they're not attacking us, maybe green is attacking orange. So, yeah. Oh, no armaments again, that's a shame. But here you go, don't you worry, we have some lovely charcoal to sell you. Fantastic. Taverns are too crowded, build more... Oh, come on! Like, I was obviously going to build a well, I just haven't done it yet. Actually, where would I put that well? You know what, never mind, maybe I wasn't going to build a well, because I didn't think about it. These other two I've hidden on the other side. Oh, and then I was going to do the same over here, wasn't I? Thankfully, it takes a lot for a manor to get burnt down, so that's going to probably just stay there. I mean, look how slowly the health's going down. Even cottages get destroyed pretty quickly by fire, but manors just can tank it for ages. I think the fire went out by itself. Okay, yeah, then we'll move the well once we build the theatre, that's fine. Okay, are you finally going to be angry at us? Yes or no? Ah, there we go. It's time we discuss the terms of this relationship. I'm going to be requesting gold from time to time as tribute. Make sure you have enough on hand. No! Just no. Anyway, archers off. I'm keeping the ballista operators on. I want them to be 100% skilled all the time. I will be turning off the archers, however, so we have more jobs available. And speaking of which, time to put down our blacksmith. I think the blacksmith requires charcoal and iron, and that's it, right? I think so. Which will be fine, because charcoal's right over there. We can just connect these two with a road. And obviously we're making loads of charcoal. It's our main source of income at the moment. And speaking of which, let's finally put down a large treasure room. And I'll put that right there. So all the rich people can see it. Just so they know, they're not as rich as I am. The range of the bathhouse is so much more than I ever think it is. Now, sadly, on the outskirts, the happiness is diluted. It's only +2 there, and obviously just about misses that one. Whereas the ones close are getting the full +9, and because we have a really weird-looking set of... Why is the garden so weird here? Well, anyway, since you have all the gardens here as well, that's increasing happiness drastically. I think if you irrigate the gardens, they give even more happiness. But, yeah, for now, that's absolutely fine. And hello to the merchant, we now have more storage, which means we can pretty much give you all of our produced charcoal this time around. And in return, I would love all of your armaments, all of your meat, and all your fishies. There's actually one thing we should probably do. We should start producing some of our own meat. You can turn wheat into meat. It's less efficient number-wise, but it will increase happiness and also increase health. More variety is always really important. Yeah, we now have access to 4 ballista, so we should be able to defend ourselves pretty well here. Yeah, that's how I want it, like that. So the 2 on the outside are slightly smaller. Ooh, we need an archer tower a little bit further out, I've just noticed. That's annoying. Yep, if they don't have the trolls, they can't get through, so the worst they can do is just take out some of our outskirts industrials. Which isn't all that much. Good. Oh. They can also take our people. Was that not in range, or was it just not enough? Did you steal some of our people? Excuse me. Did you nick our people? Think they might have nicked our people. We're continuing to be the isolationists. Oh, I'm so sorry, but no, we won't send our soldiers and we won't open our docks. I still really think they're having problems over in this empire, so I'm definitely attacking them next. Well, first. I doubt 3 swordsmen are really going to do all that much, but we can definitely start harassing them, taking out buildings made of stone, which costs them a lot, all that other good stuff, you know? Oh, can I just replace wooden walls? I didn't know you could do that. I think 1 high wooden walls may actually be stronger than 3 high... No. 1 high stone wall stronger than 3 high wooden walls. Okay, look, it's now past midnight here. My brain is turning to mush. Stone and wood, basically the same thing. Do I want to trade with you? Oh, that's the last straw. That is the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me. Send in the soldiers. We're lovely. Pretty empire. Looks like they've expanded right to the edge. Okay, some archer towers, no ballista or anything else. Lots of manors. That's a large market, so quite a bit of money in this empire. Not seeing all that much protection, though. There's their keep, about the same size as ours. More archer towers. Some homelessness problems. A church. If we attack them, we should really probably attack here, because this is also where their stone reserve is. Oh yeah, they only have 1 stone reserve. It's not even being mined fully. That's why they're quite rich money-wise, but they only have a lot of wooden stuff. If we could just burn down their quarry, that would be such a nuisance. Declare war. They're currently unfavourable with us. Yeah, I wonder why. Attack the arch tower first. Should be enough to take that out, just 3 of us. Good. And now go for the anything made of stone, basically. Just set them back. Oh, yes, all those food storages. Going straight for the civilians' food supply, probably a war crime. I don't think they have any troops. I wonder how they've been dealing with Vikings. I'm assuming they haven't been. Okay, well, I would say all the important stuff here is burnt down. Let's have a look, see what's going on down there, where the Vikings are actually attacking. Meanwhile, we're doing okay. Oh, there's the rest of the Vikings. Any more ogres? Yep, we still have the 4 ballista, but that's fine. I believe that the Viking strength is based on how long you've been playing and how big your empire is. I think it's a combo of those factors. Yeah, looks like the Vikings are just going to have in their way down there. More ogres being dropped off against us. We are upgrading our walls at the moment. Because it's only 1 ogre, we can do this even though we're mid-attack. Oh, I thought I had the 40 stone. Now we do. Look at that timing. Making the core parts of our wall a little bit harder to attack, which is very important for us. Would love to not lose anything. Archer tower there. Lots of food production over here. Are the Vikings even attacking? Yes, they almost took out that library by the looks of things. Now we can send a diplomat to try and get some money out of this empire if we want to, or even demand surrender, but for now let's just make sure as many things are broken as possible. Because if they're unhappy enough, can't they revolt the same as ours? And I'm kind of causing mass homelessness and removing every semblance of happiness from people's lives. And he can't stop me. Yeah, this empire is really weak. I'm about to say something very, very bad, and you're all going to have to accept this as me just being lovely in a very weird way. I'm going to destroy their only cemetery. The reason is not to be very, very mean. Well, actually, no, it's going to get worse. By destroying the cemetery and making it so there's nowhere for them to bury the dead that we are currently causing, that's going to cause plagues to break out, and the plagues will do all of our work for us. It's a very picturesque little empire, but not really much else to it, is there? I wonder if it was just for lack of stone. Looks like they just kept on building manors over and over again. That's where all the stone has gone. No ballista either, so I can't even take out our boats, so we can just keep bouncing around. There it is. Can we not attack the actual graveyards? The cemeteries themselves? Okay, apparently that was too much for the game. That's fine. Without the caretaker, they can't actually bury their dead, so keep destroying farms and everything, so starvation kicks in. Keep destroying homes and let the barbarians do their thing, and there's gonna be some disease soon. We are the 4 horsemen. We continue to cause havoc for the king. Now the question is, how much do we really want to destroy? Once we have siege weapons, we can just go straight for their keep and knock it down. And then we'll inherit this island, including all of its buildings and everything else. The thing is, I don't like how spread out everything is. I don't know how I'd manage that. So I think, honestly, if we do get the island, I'm probably going to destroy most things and start again from this central point. I'm not too sure. Our boat's coming back around. Excellent. Either way, as long as we can keep on blockading their stone, it means they can never advance, which means they're never going to be a threat to us. So I think we should just keep our people there, and that's it. Just stop them from ever technologically advancing. Well, it turns out the giants were walking through our aqueduct. I didn't even notice until my food started dipping again, because everything was offline. So yeah, we need to build at least a little wall here, so we have time for our ballistas to do their job. Our ballista to do their job. Ballistas? Ballista? How do you plural ballista? The worst thing is I actually know for a fact I've asked this before and people have told me and then I remembered, then I forgot again. It's your fault for not telling me right now, though. We beg for your mercy. Will you please end this no... So be it. Yeah, they haven't been able to rebuild here, so I guess they're just kind of stalemated right now. I could probably just demand their surrender at this point, and then we would get to keep the keep, I believe. But destroying the keep would also be a lot more fun. I'm not necessarily going to keep that empire. I might literally just destroy them, remove all the buildings, and then just leave it, and then re-conquer it later. Sending a exploration ship. Oh, that was one of the blue dragons, wasn't it? The ones which burn down... Yep. Is it dark blue? I think so. Which burns down only defenses. Well, good to see there now. So another thing I need to do is really start to build tools. So tools can be used by, I think, most jobs, and they will just get stuff done faster, I think. It's not just used for that one building, is it? The rock removal? I don't think so. Either way, though, we're also now finally building some swine herds, so we can turn our excess grain into pork, which means more health for our people. Currently, we're already on very good, but I want it to be absolutely maxed out if possible. A message from our ruler. It's time to pay tribute to me. I need 130 gold. No. Such disrespect. This is war. That includes our message. Okay, goodbye. Oh, such a kidder. Though maybe I should bring the soldiers back just in case. I've been a nuisance to you long enough. You can now finally get your stone back. Now, they should have a dock somewhere, yeah, so they're definitely able to get some stone, just definitely not enough, especially with the Vikings being able to damage them every time they come around. Now, I just really doubt that the other empire is strong enough to really do a major invasion force, unless they've got heavy into siege weapons, and even then, the core of our empire is pretty well protected. I am interested in how long it's going to take before they send some forces over to talk to us. Well, the Vikings are certainly ramping up. Yep, they have their own siege weapons now, which should be in range of our stuff once we take out the ogres. Yeah, they're not going to do all that much. Take out a forester and a quarry or so. Yeah, it's no big deal at all. Absolutely fine. Ooh, they are destroying... Okay, this is why having soldiers is good. Because things like this, you don't really want to defend every last corner of your empire. It's just very expensive to have the Blister Towers cover every last inch, especially if you're spreading out like this. Whereas footmen can just run in and quickly deal with that. So from now on, I need to be a bit more careful about that, a bit faster responding, and we'll be absolutely fine. I mean, I just doubt the other empires are dealing with what I've just fought. In fact, I'm curious if they actually do have to fight the same level as we do, or do they just have to fight the level they would normally fight with their population? I mean, we're not actually a majorly populous empire at this point of the game, to be completely honest. I've definitely got a lot more population before at this point. The siege workshop is complete. I'm now going to start building some siege weapons. Where's my transport ships? Let's get them nice and close to here because siege weapons are slow. I would like at least 3 siege weapons and at least another 3 footmen. Then we go for the keep of the other castle, the other empire. And honestly, I'm probably going to just destroy everything once I get it. I'm going to just raise it to the ground and make it beautiful in my own image. Selling charcoal really pays. We just got an absolute load of items. So we have loads of tools, some meat, some more armaments, absolutely loads of stuff. Hello again, the only one who likes me slightly. My favourite niece started brewing beer recently. She's very talented at it already. Really? Wow. Her latest recipe is quite something. It would mean the world to me and her if we could serve it at your taverns. We've got a couple of barrels of her beer we'd be willing to give for free. Sure. Great, my niece will be thrilled. We hope the people of your kingdom like it. And that's all it took for her to like me again. The peasants find the new beer to be disgusting. You single-handedly destroyed the morale of an entire empire with how bad your beer was. To be fair, when beer is bad, it is pretty darn bad. Next to the military quarter tavern and next to our siege workshop, we put down the statue of the Valkyrie. Which will increase happiness to those around, but also I think it's very fitting to put in the war quarter. What do we put here behind this? I guess this is just going to become more ballista in time. I guess. Wow, we are losing gold. We are very heavy in our military right now. Let's not spend any more then until the next merchant ship comes. We can just stockpile loads more. We're going to see if this is actually enough. Honestly, I've got a feeling like it isn't, but I do want to see how much we can actually do. Oh, the siege weapons do quite a bit of damage, and of course it is now on fire because of our footmen. About to hit the halfway mark. How many footmen do we have left? We have 3 left out of 6. Oh no, barbarians out of nowhere saving the other empire. Are you kidding me? Move away. Just get out of their way. I don't want you to fight them. Let the archers deal with... That is so annoying. That is so irritating. I wish that I could make them move without them auto-attacking. Obviously, I can make them be stationary, but that's not the problem I'm having right now. It's getting past them in the first place. Just level 3. We only have 2 siege weapons now. It's down to 30, though. That is beyond annoying. We got it down to 7. So, things I did wrong there. Should have just killed the Vikings. There's only 2 groups. Could have easily just focused them down, then back to the keep. Or just let the Vikings kill us as we focused on the keep. Probably either of these would have worked. I could have moved my siege weapons away and then let them attack again. But in my head, they're just going to repair the keep. All it takes is a single mason. We have a mason and they repair items over time, which requires stone. They don't have any stone, so most likely that's going to stay at 7 health now. So I'm building some footmen, and I'm just going to send the footmen over, and as long as a couple of them reach it and set it on fire, we should win. Everything's fine. I'm not annoyed in the slightest. Also, I'm finally going to build a ballista over here because it's getting really annoying, although I said about how you don't have to defend everywhere. Just 1 ballista, that's all I want. Just covering this area. Oh, actually, we are going to need some more anyway, so how am I going to do these? Okay, so what I think is I'll have 2 super towers, one here, where the old corners used to be. Then that'll cover the east, the north? I think that's north, right? The north section of our empire. How I'm taking it is north, east, south, west. You have defeated me. This conflict is over. I am exiling you. So be it. I pray you treat my people well. Please don't destroy every single building and then rebuild from scratch. My kingdom, or what's left of it, is yours. Yes, exiling. That's what I just did. Didn't involve a guillotine at all. Okay, so what do we have? God, why have you spread out your roads like this? I mean, it's cool, but... Oh... Wow, you really did have very little. I remember at some point you had stuff here, so yeah, the Vikings, or maybe even the Green Emperor, I don't know, has just done so much damage before we even landed. Can we build a new keep? I mean, it'd be nice if we could build a new keep. Can we not actually build a new keep? Is there a... an outpost, okay. So we have 204 people. They're actually relatively happy, which is surprising. Suffering long-term trauma from the invasion and overthrow. They are in very good health. How are they in very good health? I need to decide what to do here, don't I? I don't really know, to be completely honest. Do I start from scratch, or maybe I keep this chunk here and just remove all of this spread out nonsense? They have very little access to stone. I mean, I do want the stone reserve. How much is left? Not that much. Actually, less than most of our stone reserves. Okay, I'm going to leave them for now, and I'm curious to see what happens when the Vikings attack. I know it's kind of mean leaving them basically on their own, but I want to see what attacks them. Do they also get the ogres and everything else because I've got ogres over here, or do they get less because of their smaller empire size? You see, you keep saying that, but you still haven't sent anyone. I have a feeling like you do keep on building up the invasion forces, the Vikings attack in number, and then you lose the invasion force. That's my current working theory. So what I've done here is I have removed all the housing in pretty much every single building, and I'm just waiting for our people to leave. So I have completely abandoned this island. Once they're all gone, I will reclaim it and make it our own. So after the last attack, it does seem like they don't get attacked as ferociously as the main island, and they did have catapults, but they didn't have any giants, and they had far less regular Vikings. And now another dragon. Oh, I think we have just about enough to defeat it this time. Lovely. We are officially dragon slayers at last. Jeez, that is a lot of Vikings. Suddenly really wishing I had some archers to put on the walls. No, we don't really need to do any more than that. Let's just keep you static there, just in case. Meanwhile, over here, I've sent some soldiers as backups, and I've put down some walling. No one is manning the archer towers, though. Oh, because apparently at some point they turned it off. Wow, they actually had to turn off their defenses at some point. Focus on one group at a time. So yeah, I kind of decided to start rebuilding a bit earlier than expected, before all the people vanished. Okay, 3 groups of soldiers were able to defend that. As you can see, far less attacked this tiny little outpost. And honestly, getting our population a little bit lower is going to make everything a bit easier to set back up. Just building some cottages for the time being. Built our first tavern, built a library, built a well. Reintroducing a little bit of food supply, so we should be gaining food each year, and thankfully we are sharing gold with the capital. So once this middle section is secure and won't be destroyed every single turn, then we'll start expanding our food efforts, because that's what this island's going to be. It's going to start sending food over to the capital, so we can remove all this farmland and make it all into housing and everything else, and increase our population drastically in the place we can actually defend it. That's the end idea, after all. Iron mines, stone, food. Don't know. Possibly timber. It is basically one giant forest. Okay, so I want you to go from here all the way over here, which doesn't have a dock, never mind. By the way, I've now built the cargo ship, so once I build the dock, I can start sending stone and stuff over and then make it a bit more smooth. Probably should have done this a lot earlier. Or probably shouldn't have destroyed the dock, to be more accurate. Either way, building up some more defensive walls so we can actually defend our farm territory. We can always expand later if we want to, but I want it to be one of those things I can just leave. It has a tavern, a library, it has a cemetery, it has food source for itself, it has some stone reserves, which I'm going to try and protect as best I can, and then I'll also have some foot soldiers in case things go wrong. I'll be able to grab fish, and then we can send stone and some other stuff if we need to from the capital, but the main thing is it'll be exporting food to the capital to make sure the capital doesn't need quite as much farm territory. Another Viking attack, and it went pretty much exactly the same as went last time. Some of the Vikings destroyed some of the stuff I missed last time. I tried to obliterate everything, so I'll quickly destroy that catapult. The rest of the regular Vikings are stopped by the archer towers. We're really close to being able to leave this place. We've kind of stalled a little bit here. We are building away. New manors are going down. We have the theatre. We have a proper hospital because our health has declined a little bit because we didn't have enough of them. Happiness is fine. The theatre will help. Over here, we're now sending charcoal in our shipments, so we're essentially trading charcoal for food. Don't really know why I have 2 boats for. I could have just done this with 1, I think. Well, saying that, I think the hold is quite limited. Oh, it's 270. No, yeah, I could have very easily then just went ahead and just had 1 boat, but sure, I'll keep the 2, that's fine. Dragon sighted. Well, thankfully, we do have a single. No, we have 2 ballistas, so that's something. Both of them are long range enough to defend our walls. I was building a forest to make our own charcoal, but obviously, yeah, we don't really need that. Did that not drop off the charcoal? Because I'm not seeing... No, the houses just immediately grabbed all of it. Okay. They had 0. Now that one has 10. What else can I add to increase happiness, but which isn't very expensive? I mean, I guess I could also add a chapel so you have all the basics. Sure. Look at all that food we have now, though. Yeah, our food reserve's great. The only reason I'm not getting more per year is because we keep filling everything completely full. Being attacked on both sides now. Oh, yeah, I forgot Vikings can just walk over the shallows like that. So we really need to completely encompass the entire castle. We might need to. I was hoping to leave most of it just out in the open, so I think it looks better, but we are losing a little bit now. Not much, mind you, but enough that it's kind of annoying. Bring the castle walls down here like this, then all that's safe. I mean, we're not losing much, though. A single orchard, I don't think anyone's even dying. Overall happiness, yeah, they're not even sad at all. They had no trauma from that attack. But I do need those more masons. I have no idea why I built them there, by the way, because they're so far away from tools that they're not really very efficient. Oh, I guess we could put one over here. Not too sure. Maybe what we need, though, is just some archer towers as well, kind of like here. In raised positions rather than here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll start destroying these smaller archer towers in the center and around the outskirts and start putting some more permanent versions up. So, I found out something. They have actually been sending attacks quite frequently against us, and we've been sinking the ships. I've been looking back at the footage, and now sadly I have no footage like that just then, but I keep seeing these little dots of green on the map going wee and then being obliterated. We just have too many ballista towers. They can't land their forces, and they keep trying to land over here, which means they go past all the towers. If they landed over here, they could do some damage, but they're just being silly. So they are trying. They've been trying for years. It's like the 100-Year War, but one side isn't aware they're at war. Oh, they're attacking this time when the Vikings are attacking. This is the first time they've actually landed. Never mind. They rammed their boat directly into our footmen. We destroyed their boat with swords. We destroyed their boat with swords. Well, I guess we can return the favour. We have 1 siege weapon and 3 footmen here, and 2 extra footmen, so 5 footmen in fact. Let's go cause some havoc while they're being attacked by the Vikings. Do I want any more archer towers? I don't think so. We're losing so little, and they do cost gold every turn. Ooh, hello. By the way, anytime I say turn, I mean yeah. I've almost said that so many times. I'm just going to wait for these Vikings to sail on past. What a weird image. Looks like this dealt with it. Fantastic. So right now, this place is completely stable. We can just leave this forever and it will be absolutely fine. Maybe occasionally coming back to repair some damage, but that's just about it. So I'm focused on everything else. I will expand this, because I don't want to just leave it like this forever, because it's boring. But only when the suffering long-term trauma has finally left them. When they finally have forgiven me for destroying most of their relatives, maybe I'll give them some nicer houses. Where to land? Oh, look at all that stuff being... Oh, it's a water wheel. We destroy the water wheel, we destroy everything. So water wheel is very expensive. My god, they actually have defenders. I have no idea what to do here. Oh, none of that people have actually landed, I've just noticed. There we go. Like, only a couple of them even had. That's so weird. Can I not take out the water wheel? Is it... Oh, is my ship in the way of me targeting the water wheel? There we go. They've lost so many troops to send them against us over and over again. Oh, how pretty this place is. I can't see this working for the player, though, because of how bonuses work. So many of these houses, I'm looking at them thinking, do you get enough bonuses to actually continue? Well, let's do what we always do. Go for anything worth stone and gold. Try and hamper them a bit. Ooh, 2 siege weapons. Go, go, go. Like, they can do insane damage versus ground forces if they're allowed to actually shoot. And by ground forces, obviously, I mean footmen. Ooh, proper stone walls. Okay, good. This is going to be a proper fight, then. I doubt we can break through. No, we definitely can't break through here right now. Just keep causing chaos, though. The Vikings have just been, I imagine, they've been using their soldiers to defend them because the AI likes to do that, unlike me. And we can take advantage of that by destroying anything of value outside the walls. Keep mobbing them. There we go. So we destroyed the water. Oh, what a gorgeous kingdom. You see, this is the type of kingdom I kind of just want to go for the keep and maybe leave it as it is because it is so pretty. But that means not destroying all these things. Oh, fine. Tell you what, we'll come back once we've got a proper invasion force. Where's our other boat? Oh dear. Just now noticing, I think we've lost a boat. Nope, it's over. What are you over there for? Obviously, I moved you there. You don't have to answer that question, but why did I do that? Okay, I'm making 3 more transport ships. Also, building that made me think of Battleship, trying to hide them all in the corner. Anyway, I want at least 3 more footmen. Footmen are so versatile. Yeah, at least 3 more footmen, and then honestly, I want to spam catapults. I want to be able to just rush in there, knock down that wall, go straight through this road, and then I'm sure the keep's right there. This is way more fun. Having a bit of a fight on our hands, far better. I've only just realised something. I haven't had a single upgrade from the merchants. The merchants have a chance of giving you a rare upgrade, which is things like extra damage or things cost less, etc. I haven't got a single one, so another way to do that is you can build the Great Library. Now, originally I was going to build the Cathedral, because honestly it's a lot prettier, but yeah, I really need those bonuses, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's put down a gate there, and we'll put the library here. Except for the library's very expensive, so I am going to completely wall this off before... Let's do it like this. We start building it. Cool. Also, our food is going through the roof. I've been increasing how much food we're taking from this island over here, and this is still increasing, so that's all well and good. Need some more people. I've decided to go to 150 population. That way I can get some other stuff going as well, in addition to just the basic farms. I'm hoping that doesn't increase how much we get attacked by. Also, new boat is ready. And we have 2 more siege weapons, and I'll just throw in another footman. I think we're about ready to do our main attack. We have a serious fighting force this time around. You all full? Oh, and there's 1 boat over there. Can you 2 please go and fill that? Perfect. Incoming dragon, we should be okay. We've gone heavy into the ballista defense. We do lose gold every year, but then we sell so much charcoal, it's absolutely fine. You know what? I just gave up on this one particular orchard. These dragons are so brutal. Okay, good enough. Okay, let's put down then... We are defended, right? So if there's an ogre... Yes, we'll be able to knock it out. The Great Library. I think I'll put it here. No, put it in the middle there. Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, put it in the middle there. It's a shame that the range isn't particularly good, but honestly, it's not that much more powerful than a regular library. It's more just a status symbol. Yeah, pop that there, and then we've got some gardens and stuff in here. It'll look really nice by the end. Get some regular roads, though, for now, because I do need more workers to keep building up this wall, so let's just make it easier for them as we do get the stone. Kind of nervous about this. If we lose these people, that's a lot of soldiers. I always forget to use this. Yes, I know there's a rebuild mode. I just sometimes forget. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? I still think we have a chance. Although they are more fortified than I expected, we do have a lot of siege weapons and a lot of distractions in the form of our footmen. I don't think their keep, despite being big and scary, is actually any stronger than a regular keep. I think it's still the same amount of health and defense. Oh, are footmen like resistant to siege weapons? Is it just archers that are super weak against them? You know, I've spent like over 200 hours in this game total, and I still don't know the basic mechanics, which is very par for the course for me, really, isn't it? Let's be real. Wow, so many siege weapons. Let's take them out before they can do any damage to our siege weapons. Then we'll move forwards and just go straight for that gate. Okay, you go with it. Soldiers first. I have no idea where you'll go. Where are you going? Okay, kill these guys and then get back to the siege weapons. They are way too slow. Yeah, your job is just to clear up regular soldiers so the siege weapons can move forwards without any hassle. Okay, we've knocked out that. Let's go forward. Take out their little siege weapon there before it can fire on ours. Then, as fast as possible, please move and attack the castle. Do we lose all of our ground force? All of our troops? Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? Well, of course, some damage. They're probably able to actually heal this, unlike the last one, but wow, that didn't go smoothly at all, and I half blame me, half blame the controls, because that was atrocious to try and get the soldiers to do what I wanted them to do. I tried to attack the gate, and the soldiers all ran this way, and then got attacked by all the arch towers over here. I don't get that logic. I understand. I think they don't like to stack on each other, although they can. It seems that the game doesn't want you to. But surely they should have just lined up here or attacked the buildings around it. I'm not sure what happened there, honestly. It was a bit of a mess. It's fine, though. We've done some damage, caused some chaos. We'll be back again soon. So looking back at the footage just then as well, I didn't even notice they have a tiny little ballista just hidden here, look. And that was just annihilating all of our forces, and I just didn't even notice it. I think that was actually the main reason why we had so few troops to actually attack the keep itself. Whoops. I still blame controls a little bit, but I'm blaming myself a lot more right now. There we go, with the power of the Great Hall, that keep looks a bit more menacing. It also seems to have merged with the buildings nearby, which is an interesting choice to intimidate the enemies. Almost got our forces back. Also built 2 new boats as well, so we're going to have a full 6 more troops. Just need to make sure the footmen actually get through this time, really. Vikings are invading. We're just going to wait here until the Vikings are finished with their business, and then we're going to attack again. We could even try and land here. The problem is trying to land everything at once. The boats don't like that, so we're most likely to just sit there being attacked the entire time. Probably rebuilt that gate already, but yeah, at least now we know. Go for the ballista tower first. No soldiers greeted us this time. Okay, a couple of soldiers there, but they're on the way. Well, that was a nice easy way to destroy those. Okay, back off a little bit, please. Go after the siege weapon first. You can all go after that. Looks like they haven't put their archer towers back, so that's good at least. Okay, down go all those. Back up. Single scouting soldier, please move forward. They have not repaired the damage there. Oh, I might lose my troops here, but if I can take the siege weapon out before we can even get closer, that's wonderful. So, can I attack a stone wall with a soldier? No, I can't. Look, he does this weird little dance trying to get around it. It's really bizarre. So that's what happened. Okay, good to know. Actually, you know what? Footman, just stay back for a second. Just stack the, let's just get all of the siege weapons. Stack them all here, please. Obviously didn't grab you two in time. Please move back. They're currently on attack stance, so I'll attack anyone who's close by. You can't do anything with the siege weapon, sadly. They just have their default mode, and that's it. Just want you all to take out that... Ow, ballista. And that's why, because ballista do loads of damage versus siege weapons. Okay, I think I'm basically ready to go at this point. Just send them all against the keep and see what happens. Okay, it's on fire, even though it doesn't look like it because it's so big. Siege weapons are getting in range. And this won't even be a contest. Yeah, we've just stacked enough siege weapons. You have defeated me. This conflict is over. Go away. So be it. I pray you treat my people well. For once, I think I will, because this kingdom looks beautiful. You're a humble kingdom. You have more people than we do. Okay, you're unhappy, of course, because we just did that. Oh, the recently departed are not being shown a respectful burial. Saddened by the deaths of our troops in combat. I'm guessing that's your troops. I'm guessing we'll get our own version of that. Yep, that's even worse. Suffering the long-term trauma of invasion. Okay, how about this one? Is this one still the same? That takes so long to go away. Wow, you have a huge graveyard as well. Okay then, let's increase the size of that cemetery a bit. Let's try and get people buried as fast as possible, please, before a plague breaks out. Why are you still attacking that wall? That is our wall now. Do not attack the wall that is ours. So, we have the problem here of, kind of similar to the last one, we just don't really have any proper defenses. And this one has more population than this one, so how have you been defending yourself? Yeah. This is going to be an issue, isn't it? Got loads of food stocked up though, so that's good. Yeah, clearly your food storage and pretty much everything else is fine. Got a forester there. Okay, I want to leave this as... Honestly, I want to leave it as much as it is as possible. I don't want to change all that much. So next time we're under attack from the Vikings, really it's going to be our troops doing most of the work, especially the siege weapons, which can take out the enemy ogres. Let's repair some of these archer towers. So we have loads of archer towers around the center there. We do have some ballistas on this side. Oh, okay. Have the enemies been attacking on this side then? Why is no one working in the ballista towers? Do you turn them off? Okay, so it seems like the AI likes to turn them off when they're not under attack. That's how it's working that. Okay. We're losing gold overall, but bear in mind that's the total from all of our islands. People are despairing. Let's have a festival in their honor, shall we? Do you have a town center anywhere? I assume you should have a town center somewhere. Archer school, grand hall, treasure room, loads of nice expensive stuff, but no town halls at all? I don't recall destroying one. Also, is this a water wheel going nowhere? Why is there a water wheel going nowhere? Okay, how much stone do you have left? Where's your stone reserves? All over here. Okay, so you are not taking advantage of your stone at all, which is good, because it means we have a lot to work with then. So a little bit later, because I've been checking on everything, so there's a lot going wrong here, and it is a lot to do with how spread out everything is, but I think I've helped a lot now. I've added some more taverns, so they're not getting the negative from that. They want a bathhouse, which I assume was where this was eventually leading. But instead, I might put it here because we have more space. So, rebuild the water wheel here. Build the bathhouse there. That will help out with a lot of these manors. Yeah, see, the happiness is fluctuating wildly. The ones on the outskirts here don't even get the neighbours bonus. This one will become the new reservoir to help out all these farms. Though I do love how they've done the farm section here. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Having the granaries and produce storage kind of built into this square. Oh, I'm copying that in the future because that's not too inefficient, but it looks gorgeous. Definitely copying that. Now, when it comes to our castle, what are we even going to do here? I'm just really nervous about the next Viking attack. I don't see how we're going to be able to defend it. What I think I'm going to do is build a super ballista tower right here in the middle of the island. The island itself isn't that big. If we build one here, it will cover most of it by itself and help out the keep. Yeah. Already completely forgot that the archers aren't manned in this island. Just gonna wait for the main Vikings to get through, then I'll go after the siege weapon. Okay, so it seems like they go straight for the gold in this empire, which is kind of annoying, because that's a lot of my gold is gone now. Do they then just go away, or are we going to see more problems occur? Yeah, that was a lot of gold taken, and a lot of people kidnapped. Great. Meanwhile, how are we looking over here? Yep, the main capital is looking fine, and all the usual is happening over here. Great. So, we just need to sort out this then. What to do? Well, it's good to know that they are pretty much ignoring most of the village itself and going straight for the keep, probably because currently the keep is completely accessible. So if I just rush a few more ballista, especially in the outskirts, and have, or a super ballista in the middle, we could probably get away with these attacks and not lose too much gold making it all happen. Okay. Then we have to decide what we're going to do with the middle island. We could finally send some diplomats and start being her bestest friend ever, and maybe even start trading with her, or we can do what we've done with everyone else and just destroy her. Okay, I'm starting to lose food now. You should be taking food with... Okay, so that's 200 food per year now we're taking from over here, which is still steady. Do we actually need more than that? That could be because we're making so much meat now as well. Yeah, we are now finally excellent health. Basically, I think it's 90 plus is excellent, and you can't get any better than that. So I don't really need more pork. I just need more wheat then, just to add more numbers. We have increased in population since adding the extra manors over here. Is this really as much as I want population-wise, or do I want a bit more? No, this is kind of what we want. We just want more food imports, and then the jobs currently set to farmers, I want to set for other things. So, we want more things like the theatre and the bathhouse, or the happiness increases, making the capital as happy as possible, at the cost of our little vassals. I didn't know this was a thing, the public feast from the Great Hall. A great feast begins to celebrate the hard work of the peasants. Plus 20 happiness. I did not know that was a thing until literally this moment. Also, it's so funny that you can't improve the outpost on these, well, outposts, because it's this tiny little building in such a big place. Yeah, so what we need to do is build ourselves a, where are you, a town square. Let's pop it there for now, it's close enough to a few manors. Reattach this, build the bathhouse, and again, I don't really want the population of this place to go much higher than it is currently. So I am considering removing some of the houses. We could remove some of the outskirt houses that don't have neighbours, for instance. Plus, this one's unhappy because it's too close to a charcoal factory. So, yeah, there's no point in these two. Those two can go away. And I'll double-check a load more of them, and then we can condense them a little bit closer to the walls, and then the walls can provide protection. What else we need to do is raise up the walls where the ballista are like this low. The max range is all the way out to here. The range currently is to here because it's so low down. So, because the ballista's already there, I'm just going to raise that up. Same with you. As odd as these may look, this is going to massively increase the range of our weapons. Okay, turn these off until the next attack. It's going to be a lot of work to get this place as I want it. Behold the wonders of a bathhouse. Now, clearly people are unhappy because a plague just happened. Of course, the trauma of me attacking, and some people just got homeless because I had to move the housing around a little bit to make that work. Okay, they're always going to land here because how close it is to the treasure room. So I'd be okay with that. If they're not getting away, then I could always trap them in here and make this just a death trap. That wouldn't be difficult. Just have some archer towers here, or even we could go a bit more extreme and have a Greek fire emplacement right there, which is so powerful as a one-off shot. Yeah, we need more archers there for that to work. I mean, I'm getting my gold back even here. There's just not that many Vikings actually attacking. Never mind. I'm going to lose my troops here. You know what? Sure, fine. Go, go, go. I think a single footman group is stronger than a single Viking group anyway. And we have more than they have, so that should be fine. Yeah, that wasn't really that many attackers, honestly. Ooh, okay. Except for there, where they're all stacked up and it looked like there's only one. We are, and take out their siege weapon. It's fine, we did actually need to get rid of some of our soldiers anyway. I was going to disband them soon, but instead I'm just going to make everyone unhappy because I've lost all our people. Yeesh. Not the cleanest, but we survived, so that's fine. Okay, so let's change up this a bit. We're gonna do 60 instead, that's fine. So I've been looking at everything. Over here has been absolutely fantastic on its own now. It seems like this one little vassal is just happy to just continue its life here. It's finally, we're getting to the point where we're taking as much food as we can, which is 250 per year, and it's going down slightly, though that could just be because of storage and everything else. We have 7 idle workers, so we can always add more farms, and it's not been attacked enough to actually cause any damage, and we have the archers and ballista workers on all the time. We could turn that off and micromanage it, but I like the fact that one aspect is just being left alone now, just constantly producing us food. Oh, and it's also producing us some fish as well. Finally, we're able to reach you. Our diplomats arrived at your keep, but you ignore them. At last we can speak. The Vikings have caused some damage, blah 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 blah. No. Oh, I'd love her to declare war on me. I'd love to see what that would even look like. Who knows, maybe she's actually incredibly powerful and just hiding it under this nice veneer. One of our stone reserves is finally gone, which is a shame. We have 2 left on the capital, so that's okay. Ah, look at that annoyance. Yeah, we need to sort out some defense in other places on this island. Clearly, they were using soldiers to keep everything safe, which I'm not a massive fan of. I want it to be a bit more automated. There's still too many corners where there's no protection. Actually, it's kind of just one corner. This corner has protection, that's protected, that's protected. It is just this corner over here, so never mind. It's not going to be as difficult as I first thought. There goes that. So that wasn't too bad. Over here, I've added some more archer towers, and all the ones that landed over here just got obliterated. Obviously, it's fine on the capital, even if you are now losing stone. And I have now made it so the transport vessel over here will now also be taking stone away from its island, so we can start grabbing this stone when needed. The capital, after all, requires bigger walls. So for now, a bit of a stopgap measure. I've just put some little corners into the Empire, and actually, it completely worked. We lost nothing this time around. Look how happy people are. That's it. I think we lost some troops because one of them decided to run out of the keep to try and kill some Vikings because they are the true heroes here. And please don't do that again, though. That would be great. But yeah, that's all we really needed. So I don't really want the attacks to get any bigger than this. So I'm going to keep the Empire size about this big. Ooh. Well, that's annoying. First, I'm losing anything in ages in this Empire. It's actually something of value. Didn't expect that. Is that not in range? Oh, it is. Okay. For some reason, that's a way bigger attack than we've been getting so far. I mean, probably the solution I should have is just wall here, but then I'd have to move the ballista a bit more to the left. So we'll see if that happens again. If it does, then we'll just move the ballista and we can go back to just ignoring that vassal. That's fine. There you go. Have a feast because of how successful you were. As you can see in the middle, I'm now finally building the Doom Tower. This will cover pretty much everything. As long as it can cover this bottom half, really, then that's good enough, because then all of these can cover the top half, and then we have complete ballista coverage, so things like the catapults can't beat us, and then we just spam archer towers everywhere else, and turn it off and on when we get attacked. Then we have to decide what we're actually making in this empire. So, we're running low on stone here, so we can transfer that out, and we will, but that's not really going to be the main thing. What I'm thinking is fish. So once again, I think this is going to be a food one, but because it has the higher population, it's also going to be a good one to tax. As soon as the suffering long-term trauma goes away, we can start taxing this population, and that can help to subsidize all of the beautiful things over here. Definitely want to build the Grand Cathedral as well before the end, so we have all the fancy stuff over here somewhere. Happy birthday. Please accept this gift. You know, it's funny. I'm over 150 years old, if you think about it. Me too. Sure, I'm also that old. Oh, yeah, you're correct. It's year 174. I'm still in power, and so is she. We're all vampires. Well, Don't really think about that too much. Okay, things looking good over here. Took out all the ogres nice and easily. The Vikings that run past will be run down by the arch towers. Good, good, good. They're going to go over here. They're going to get through, but they'll be mowed down by the arch towers inside. Okay, no catapult system on that side, and although they'll set fire to things, they shouldn't destroy too much. Yeah, last time they destroyed so much, but this time back to normal. Good. Still might need to move the defenses out a little bit. So the reason why they can get through is because they can go over this shallow water, so it could just build some piers. There, and let's build these two, and this can become a wall. Then that way they have to knock down the wall to get through. Yeah, that's all I'll do. Yep, all went pretty well over here. Good. With fish now arriving from our vassals, we have 99 health. It's actually fruits we're running out of, which, there we go, 100! I was about to say, should fix itself soon, since we are sending fruit from this group. 100 health, 100 happiness, and almost 100 building integrity. The capital is thriving. Finally, the long-term trauma of our invasion has faded from the people. They realise that, really, it was best for them in the long run. Also, if you can hear barking in the background, it's because currently our puppy is going through teething, and anytime no one is around her, she's very angry at everything. Poor little thing. Since I'm getting so much food from the other islands, I am now going from wheat into more pork. So this way we can have some more coverage of all the different food types. I'm going to up how much fruit this island produces very soon, so that's going to be covered by itself. And then I need more butchers. Butchers can both store food, but also turn pork into more pork. It turns 1 pork and 1 tool into 4. So that's pretty nice. Now though, with the tools I just bought, what I need to do is some rock removal, because it's time to get ready. Wow, there are way more rocks than I thought. Well, this whole area is going to be completely cleared out, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn this area into the big church district. So this is going to be where we make the cathedral. Maybe the cathedral and the jousting arena. This could be like one of the grand areas. And once that's covered as well, it means we can easily protect our charcoal production area and spread it back over here if we need to later. Yeah, maybe we should actually. Okay, let's put down another forester here. Let's start moving the trees back. So here and here is charcoal. This is all the nice. Actually, no, we can just move charcoal over here later. No, this is easier because that way it can be protected by the main walls and I don't have to actually wall it off, which is very expensive. Especially now I don't have any stone on this island. Okay, so I've made some more siege weapons, so we can go and attack whenever we want. I'm just taking a quick look. See, oh, Lord, that is... She doesn't exist anymore. Okay, I'm actually going to go and wage war right now. The reason is, I think the Vikings might take her out. I didn't know that could happen. Well, this is depressing. I'm a little bit too late. I can't really land my forces right now because the Vikings will just take them out. There's nothing left. It's just a barren island. That is insane. Well, that shows you what the Vikings can do if you don't keep fending them off. In case they ever look like they're not scary enough. Whoa! I mean, I didn't. You may stay as ruler for now. They landed here. The Vikings never land that close, but for once they landed super close and they've taken out my settlement. Wow, the Vikings just swept this year. They're gonna die again. I don't think they have any people. Yeah, and also I didn't think the Vikings could land so close. But they've never done it before, so I assumed it just wasn't a possibility, because that's the obvious correct choice for them. They actually didn't destroy as much as I thought, thankfully, so, I'm just gonna keep seeing her dying over and over again. It's just an endless cycle of her being destroyed and then being resurrected. Well, finally then, declare war, land our forces. I really didn't think this few troops would do this, but obviously they have quite literally nothing, so time for us to take over and see what we're even going to do with this island. I honestly don't know. I'm thinking just build farms in the very center so we don't have the Vikings going past us constantly, and then turn it into a food place. You defeated me. The conflict is over again. Finally, you are gone. You have literally nothing. There is nothing here except for a few gardens. What's of you lot making gardens? I don't even know where to start with this island. I'm just gonna mosey on away for a moment. Okay, so here's the plan. I currently have an outpost that's about to be destroyed. I want to see what actually happens to this island, how it gets attacked. I'm going to use the stone from here and the stone from here so we can make some very basic stuff over here. And then I'm going to train some archers, and the archers are going to man the walls and defend this island. I want to see where the Viking boats go, like around the island, so I can build close to the water on the opposite side, because there's 2 farming areas here I can use. And then that can be yet another farming section. I'll probably just use it for orchards. At the moment, I'm leaving it as it is. You know what, actually, let's make a single orchard. Why not? It's only a tiny bit of wood. You've built this really annoyingly for me. Sure, let's just do this. There we go. 3 orchards. Just make some food for the few people left here who are all just chilling in the weird gardens, in the barrens. Why so many? There's no one here. Yeah, I'm claiming this island as the Death Island that no one steps foot on. It's cursed. Curseland. There we go, that's its new name. Yep, burn down the orchard just built. There we go, there goes the little outpost again. Wow. Just wow. Everything's really slowed down, but honestly, the last few raids have done very little. They occasionally take out a forest or a single farm in this empire, so I have no major need to keep on defending these corners. And over here, nothing has breached the walls since that last super attack, so here's hoping that simply doesn't happen again. What I might do is put down some extra archers close to the center and then turn them off, and then if I ever see the Vikings going in this direction, turn them all back on again. That could be a plan. Still, what I really want is the stone reserve from over here, so what I'm going to do is still save up as soon as the merchants come by again and make sure we grab all the stone we can, we grab archers, we send the archers over there, we make a new outpost which will give us the initial resources because that's what the outposts are meant to do. Sadly, it doesn't seem to work if you've already had people living here, and that I think will give us enough to make a dock fairly quickly, or at very least make the quarries to then make the dock, make some walls so we can have all the archers and everything else. I kind of wish there weren't so many trees here, because what I'd love to do is build our outpost in the center so it can't be hit by all the boats going past, but can't really do much about that. That is one of the big problems. It's just the boats going past to go to the main islands. They have catapults. We finally got improved construction techniques, reduces construction costs by 10% for wood and 5% for stone, and that thankfully came from the merchant ship, so it was half the cost. This is one of the first special items I've gotten, it's like year 200 plus, which is kind of insane. On top of that, we finally have the archer school, so now I can send archers to the vassals, which means I can actually defend them, which is pretty important since I still really, really want this stone. So I'm going to make at least another few more groups of archers, a few groups of footmen, and then we're going to try and grab all this stone as fast as possible. It's going to be so difficult though. Every single Viking ship goes past this. So I'm wondering, can I build the outpost and knock down trees by building it? Because I just do not want it so close to the water. It's going to be knocked down immediately. Okay, building our exploration ship, which will allow us to take over this island. I've already put 3 archers here. I'm going to bring a lot more over before then. For the last few attacks, we've done absolutely fantastically. So again, this is probably quite a big time skip in the video because nothing's really happening. We have hit the point of the game where we're not losing anything, but we're not really gaining because of the lack of stone. Now, in any other difficulty of the max difficulty, you have unlimited stone. A stone reserve will last forever, a quarry will always give you stone. So you could build up these beautiful, really elaborate cities. In survival, it is more about getting to this point. If you've got to this point, really, you've won. The other empires failed, they've been destroyed or taken over by me. Oh, there are now officially 0 people living here. Somehow they are 40 happiness. Good to know that the ghosts still haunt this place. And we're able to fend off the Vikings in all 3 islands we're currently completely controlling. So we have won, but I want the city here, the keep, to look more interesting. So at very least, I want the cathedral, I want the jousting arena, a few more houses, then I think I will call it. We have 2 industrial sections, we have the small farm section for how many people live here, it's being fed by the 2 vassals. I think I've done a pretty good job overall. Well, good news. It turns out you can actually put the outpost not exactly on the shore. As soon as you get the exploration ship nearby, you can place it within kind of like a region like this around the boat. So we've been able to put it here in the center. We have 10 people straight away cutting down all the trees, so we can put up some houses and some basic farms. I want this to be self-reliant, but tiny. Essentially, all of the protection I want from the archers. I want the 2 quarries, the dock, and a few farms, and that's it. That's all I want there. That way we can start ferrying stone over here, and we can make all our final buildings. Probably should turn on defenses. There we go, everything is fine. And that right there is what I needed to build inside. I literally can't do anything here then, so if I build a new outpost, it doesn't even give me people anymore, so... Yep, the cursed land is forever the cursed land. Meanwhile, over here, we have farms, some houses, and it wasn't even attacked by the Vikings last time, so I'm assuming them, because it's so small, it's kind of off their radar for now. Okay, don't need to cut down all those trees, that's fine. Just keep the archers there, make our way over here. How many people are we going to need? So it's 4 per quarry, so 8 for the 2 quarries, and then we want at least 4 to really work the dock. So not that many, actually. We can probably get away with 30. I'm just thinking for the food supply then for those people. And they'll probably want a single tavern. We can get it done. Oh, jeez. So I knew I was about to be attacked by Vikings over here, but apparently it's all the Vikings ever. What is going on there? Oh, come on. Oh, that is ridiculous. You need to run away and start taking out those catapults. You lot just sit here and try and slow these down. Okay, back off onto the wall. Well, that was kind of crazy. I've just lost my outpost. Why did they attack in such high numbers? They were completely ignoring it until just now, and I think I've lost all my people as well, which means I'm just done then? Because I can't reclaim it with a new outpost, and there's no way to get new people. Unless, if I disband one of these... Okay, cool. So actually you can put new people in, I've just now realised, which means I could actually revitalise the centre one. By disbanding an army group, they'll become a new population. So that was horrible. Good to know. I need to make way more archers and send them over. Thankfully, we have massive wood reserves and everything else, so we can just repair the damage we just got dealt. Good to know. I saw a couple of boats heading towards us, but I didn't think it'd be the whole armada. Everywhere else is fine, yeah? Yeah, good. Okay, so this time there was no loss of life for our people. Not a single archer group died, none of our peasants died, everything was fine. Now to just quickly repair the wooden blocks and get back to work. Over here we lose wooden blocks each time because I've just got these little stoppers. It doesn't really mean anything. This is such a funny little fortress, but it's now survived multiple Viking attacks, and it is now sending stone over to the main. Ooh, in fact, I think it has just now gave me enough, finally, for the Grand Cathedral. Let's pop that. I now realize I can't pop it in the middle, which is incredibly annoying. I could do this. It doesn't really matter. Let's put it more to one side then, and then we can build some gardens around it. I was going to build the jousting arena as well, but I think I'd rather just have this. Next to the archers, maybe, or next to the other church. Which I had to build, otherwise we can't build the cathedral. In fact, yes, have it in this corner here. Then all this can be gardens and a couple of houses. And that'll look all proper nice and stuff. Then we have the two super expensive buildings done. Okay, another Viking attack, and this time, this went fantastically. As you can see, I wasn't even paying attention to here, it just managed to survive incredibly well. Yet no trauma or anything, which means none of them are stolen. Over here's doing fine, no trauma, fantastic over here. We lost a few pieces of wooden wall, as we always do, but that's it. Fantastic, seems like we are at a state now where everywhere is nice and safe. And on top of that, the cathedral is now complete. I'm going to remove this church, because why do you need both of them here? And let's see what we can do then. Obviously, you want loads of gardens. I think I want a grand cemetery. So I'm just going to put down the cemetery itself. We're not going to put down another caretaker. It's going to go around the back and probably just like there. And then around the cemetery, I'd like some gardens, because gardens are fun to place anyway. How about I just do like this? Yeah, let's have a 2 wide all around. And then a statue to finish it off. I mean, honestly, the Valkyrie is kind of that thing anyway, so sure. It's the cheapest, and it's the one I want the most. I'll put it there. So let's remove that, add the Valkyrie. Then I would like some houses or something else in here, and then I'm probably going to say we're done. We're still sending stone over from here, which is fantastic, making everything move a lot faster. Here is nice and protected. This is more of a tax area now. It's where a lot of my gold is coming from, so they just survive and pay me, basically. And our food stocks are still doing well here, as we send food over and over again to the capital. We do need to build a mason. Oh, wait, we have a mason. We don't have any tools. I'll send some tools over so we can start repairing all of this. We've built a lake. The cemetery is already being used because why wouldn't it? This is the fancier cemetery. The Valkyrie is here, a large tavern, the gardens. Yeah, it looks really nice. This is definitely where you want to live. I'm also removing the iron using some rock removal. Yes, iron is a valuable resource. I just don't really need it. And now I'm also building moats everywhere else because they only cost gold and are pretty effective. They're especially effective against giants, but they're effective against everything. So I'm putting moats down on pretty much every single island, and I kind of just forgot they existed, honestly. Oh, first I'm not collecting any stone because all the builders are busy building. We have just got the achievement, a thriving kingdom. And let's have a quick overview of our empire. The capital is doing incredibly well, the food reserves are great, they're increasing each year, everything's kind of capped out, our health is fantastic, people are happy despite the fact they are on a 60% tax rate, which is as high as you can go in this game, and people don't really die from Viking attacks no matter how brutal. Occasionally the odd wooden wall which is there just as an extra thing may get burnt down, but that's just about it. And occasionally a charcoal maker, admittedly. Over here, our first vassal group, as you can see, it loses some buildings over here, but I haven't actually repaired anything in over 10 years, so they don't really get much further than this. There's just too many archers around. They are, again, surprisingly content considering 60% tax. This is where we produce most of our food and a lot of our gold, considering it almost has the same population as the capital. They are here to support the capital, like all secondary cities should. Over here in our wooden stronghold, things are looking great, people aren't dying, we're constantly getting stone, which is being shipped over to the capital, everything is nice and safe, the soldiers here are keeping everything in order, no one's died for a long time outside of natural causes, and look, we finally have a tiny little cemetery for the people who work so hard to make this actually viable. And then finally, we have masons. Turns out masons don't even need tools, everything is all fixed up and looking nice. We're losing a bit of charcoal, but that's about it. It doesn't really matter. I don't tax these people. They are here just to produce, I think, about as much food is being sent from here as is from here. Though I really should increase how much food is sent from this group, because clearly I've gone a bit overboard with the farms. And then, of course, we have our cursed remains in the center of the map. As you can imagine then, this is where I'm going to be calling it. We got the achievement of Thriving Kingdom, we're at year 300, everything is looking beautiful, and people are happy. And I can just kind of leave it now, outside of just using the rebuild all button once every 4 or 5 years after the Vikings. I don't need to do anything. Everything is safe, we are perpetually happy. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, and I have certainly enjoyed recording it, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Kingdoms and Castles is a series you might wish to see continued in the future. Maybe I'll do this again, but with less Vikings, so it's more against the AI itself. Or, I might move on to Manor Lords, or something similar. Goodbye.